Alright, it's Monday, and this is Jamie with Jay's Butter, and it's our Monday 7 o'clock vlog time. And so, I don't know how everybody else's Monday started off, but mine was like, okay, so I was driving, I had to put my kid back into school, and so I drove him to school and I dropped him off. And then I was riding through the school zone, and I was going 17 miles. Now, you know, the school zone area is 15. And so the little crosswalk lady, which you know what? Like I told somebody when I was telling this story at lunch, I was like, I actually appreciate her taking her job so seriously. But I was only going 2 miles over the speed limit. That's it. So anyways, you know, she made me stop my car. And she started signaling, like, with her hands, 1, and then she would go from 1 to 5. And so I was thinking back, like, I was only going 17. And so that is how my morning started off. Because I felt kind of bad because I offended her. And I didn't mean to offend her or for her to feel like I was going over. The yellow light had just turned on. So it was really quite early, you know, when I was going through that school zone. So that is really how my day started. And then it kind of just, you know, it was decent. It was a decent day. I'm not going to say, ooh, I was just the best day ever. Or I'm not going to say, oh, you know, it was a bad day. It was just interesting that it started off that dramatic. It was very dramatic. I mean, she bless her heart. I might have to get a car and just thank her for her job. Because what I realized is, like, when you feel unappreciated, the smallest thing that happens will make you blow up. Not necessarily because what that person did is, like, really bad. It's just that they have triggered something in you. And because you haven't yet to deal with that issue, it has now turned a molehill into a mountain. So that's why the little thingy says trigger. And so I want to just read the definition of it. You know, there's like, as a noun, there's 3 definitions. So the first one says a small projecting tongue in a firearm that, when pressed by the finger, actuates the mechanism that discharges the weapon. Like, that in itself, if you just flip that alone, I mean, that's like somebody saying something so small, and it just presses on your mind, and it literally activates some part of your brain who is like, no, the last time this happened, you know what I'm saying, this was the result. So I'm going to discharge my weapon to ensure that I don't get hurt this time. Right? Isn't that crazy? Listen to that definition. The next one was a device as a lever, the pulling or pressing of which releases a detent or spring. I don't know if I said that word right, you guys. I'm sorry. I should have read this before I came. But I'm just giving you raw, straight blog time talk. I'm not going to script this. I want you to, you know, feel like you're talking to me. And the third one says anything as an act or event that serves as a stimulus and initiates or precipitates a reaction or a series of reactions. Okay, so I think that's what happened with that lady this morning. And I'm pretty sure here lately that has been happening to me. So, I did have a not so good situation. I'm going to say a situation. And in that situation, the individual in that situation was not a very nice person. And no matter what I did, it just was not right. And so, you know, you just do things for people and you don't expect like a thank you every time. But it's just like, I thought about you to me, that should be enough, because I didn't have to think about you. And so, don't be greedy. And then don't be selfish. And so those type of situations or scenarios trigger something to me, because I was in a very one-sided situation. You know, you just give, you give, you give, you give, you get literally nothing. And I hate talking about it. One, because the person is not there to defend themselves. So, you know, I could be telling you this and they could be seeing it a whole different way. And I hate doing that, because they're not here to defend themselves. And if anybody has ever discussed anything in regards to me, I would hope that they would let me be there to defend myself, because again, our perceptions are our realities. So how I perceived it may not have been how that person wanted me to take it. You know what I'm saying? So again, but when it comes to relational situations, you know, I have been in that for so long that it became the norm. You know, it didn't feel good at all, but it became the norm, you know. And I would say that in my mind, I always think like I would just never let that happen again. Ever let that happen again. And I say never, you know what I'm saying? But everybody says never, say never. And it's true. But whenever I get placed in that type of situation, you know, I just tend to blow up. Because I went years for not saying, without saying anything. I just blow up. That's so funny. It's really not, because it's not the right way to handle it. It's just not. But I mean, like, it's just like something goes boom, and then I think something like, ooh, you know, that characteristic of that individual was just so, and you know, you wonder, how do you end up in a situation with somebody like that? So, you know, my trigger is, there's several. Liars. Oh my gosh. When you've lied to me, my goodness, you know. And then just ungratefulness. Like, I had to get on to my kid all the time, and I keep wondering if it's not like a masculine thing, or, you know, because I'm not going to say all men are selfish, but my goodness, like, my child, there's some times where I'm like, dude, hey, don't do that. That is not okay. And so, but he is an only child, you know, so I don't know if it's like only child syndrome or not. And then there's times where he's just so loving and so caring, and I'm like, golly, you know. So it's just a catch-22. But when it's just that selfishness where it's just I want, I don't really need it, but since I've got this money here, instead of me thinking about doing this, I'm just going to get what I want at this time. And that's just not life. Like, if you don't teach your kids that now, they are going to grow up to be the most selfish individuals later. So I'm just saying, I don't mean that in any way. Some people spoil their kids their whole life and they're still givers. I mean, there's just some kids who, you know, are different. But so liars and selfish people and are like ungrateful, greedy individuals. And what is so funny, I ain't gonna say that on this video, because if somebody listens and they're gonna try to, no, I ain't saying that. But now that I sit and think about it, yeah, I can't say that, y'all. But anyways, those are my triggers. Like when when that is being constantly exuded, you know what I'm saying, in my direction, it kind of like, you know what I'm saying, it will just shut me down. I'm more of a, I just won't say nothing to you, because sometimes I'm like, if I say it, of course it's going to be taken, you know, really bad, and I just don't even want to deal with it, you know what I'm saying, and I'll be bothered about it, but I just won't say nothing. And there's other times where in other situations with other type of things that don't trigger me, I could have a full conversation and get an understanding, but those key things will make me go, and I don't know, I just kind of flip the switch. But I've got to learn to do different, and I don't know if anybody else has that problem. I mean, it could be anything for y'all, but I've got to do different. So for me, my goal is to identify my triggers and come up with a solution to my problem, because it's my problem. It's not anybody else's problem. It's my problem. And I also felt too, like, when I was in that situation, if I did say anything, and it could be said the right way, like, hey, I just wanted to talk to you about something that was bothering me. You did this. I mean, this was done, and this is how this made me feel. And my feelings were always just completely dismissed. And so they would go back to just doing whatever I said bothered me. I'm like, my eyes are starting to sweat a little bit while I talk about this. My voice might start talking, so don't, you know, I'm a little sensitive. And so I feel like if I say anything, it just won't change it. And, but then I just get upset. Like, I'm just, you know, just get upset. So I'm going to leave that on that note. Now, as far as the detox, I have been doing that. And I guess, I want to get back. The reason why I'm talking about triggers is because a lot of our, like, eating and bad habits come from these triggers. So, like, me being triggered, my normal thing would be like, go get me some ice cream or something, or a donut, and something to make me feel, that makes my heart happy, and that's like donuts and vanilla ice cream, or, you know, like the little sour straws, you know, the strawberry ones. Those are my favorite. So, but this time around, you know, I had started this detox with y'all, and I said there was going to be no excuses. So actually what I ended up doing was running up and down the stairs to just kind of, you know, take a breather. So what I'm hoping is, to tie all of this in, instead of doing your usual coping mechanisms, okay, take that energy and work out. Take that energy and jot down, you know, your triggers and how, you know, take that energy and put it into a positive box or area in your mind, rather than being a victim. Okay? And this will help keep you along with your detox, or just eating healthy, or getting your life together. And so I did continue my detox, and I've been being super faithful to the cause. Just kidding. No, I'm not kidding, but I'm just saying. And I had actually been doing a dewormer on my own, not with y'all, but that's just been my thing. I'm going to do it for this next 2 weeks here. I got another week, and then I'm done. I'm going to talk to you guys about that because it's so important. But actually, I feel great, and my face for the last week was like all bumpy, you guys. I mean, like, it was just terrible. I have bumps coming out of everywhere on my face, I felt like, but I had ate so much sugar over the holidays that it had to come out somewhere. And then I woke up this morning and my face was looking like, hey, girl, that skin right there, you know, that skin right there on your face, girl, bow. But I wanted to say that I did use the Jay's Butter, a whole body wash on my face, and I went ahead and used my butter, of course, on my face as well, you know, and I woke up, and I actually had a bump coming up last night, and when I washed my face, I was like, well, you know, I still am detoxing. If it comes through, it comes through. And I woke up this morning with a clear face. What you want, Elijah? And so, with that being said, y'all need to get your butter and your face wash and your whole body wash so your body can feel like a baby's bottom. Okay? Elijah, stop it. Go somewhere. Like a baby's bottom. And so, I think that's it. Of course, I'll be back here on Thursday, and we can discuss some more trigger situations. Also, I don't know how y'all, I could give you regular ways on how to deal with triggers, but, you know, I'm a believer, so I may have to tell you the real way to deal with a trigger. For real, for real. But we'll see what happens, okay? Because it's my life, and I can't get no way around it, because if I didn't have the word, I wouldn't survive. For real. Okay, so back on track. I hope that everybody has a great rest of the week. I will be talking to you lovely, lovely people on Thursday, more about your triggers and eating, deworming, getting your life together, getting your mind right, getting your spirit together, so we can be doing what we're supposed to do, okay, in life. And so I hope that everybody I hope everybody is a blessing to somebody, knowing that you're going to always have blessings coming to you. Oh, you know what? Not to cut this off, but me and my son did a whole little series, and we're going to probably have to do it together one evening. We'll probably do it live, about blessings and the definition of blessings and what we felt blessings were, and, you know, how society looks at it different. So I thought that was really, really, really a great study that we had together, and I think we should share that with y'all. And again, I thank you for everybody that is participating in this detox, and I really do appreciate everyone that purchases Jay's Butter products. Just know that everything's made with love and care and concern for our customers, and we genuinely have your best interest at heart, okay? So, thank you. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, like our Instagram, our Twitter, our YouTube page, and don't forget to share, and get it out there, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody else know how great this product is and what it's done for you, and we will definitely appreciate it. Don't forget to sign up for our rewards program. It's really an awesome program. I mean, like 500 points equals $5 off a purchase. You know, so just referring somebody, you get 500 points. Just make sure you go online at www.jaisbutter.com and sign up for your rewards program. And I do keep up with everybody's stuff, you know what I'm saying? And if I feel like you didn't get enough points here, I do add them. So just check your stuff, and if you want to redeem points, you know, just message me, and we can get it together, okay? Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great evening.